welcome to another RodzSquad Retro Review, guys. Just letting you guys know that today it's going to be a special day. Today we're stopping off at our buddies over at Brooklyn Video Games here in Brooklyn, New York, obviously. And the reason we're here is because we're here to pick up our COLECOVISION system that we had modded so it can have AV wires. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and see how it looks. And I got my hopes up. Again, Brooklyn Video Games. Let's see what happened. Okay, so we're finally here at Brooklyn Video Games. We finally got a chance to turn on our COLECOVISION that we've had for some time. Unfortunately, it was not working very well, and she's trying to understand how to use that controller. You jump, you move up, you move down. Okay, she's just trying to figure that out real quick. But anyway, as you can see, it's been modded to be AV now. We're not a fan of the RF ports, of course, but it was actually really distorted, the picture. It was an old system. She bought it for me last year for my birthday, and it was just not giving us a good, clear picture. A lot of these old systems, as they get older, the caps have to be replaced. And of course, here at Brooklyn Video Games, that's one of the things that they give you. They give you that service. They recap them and take care of your old systems. So bring them in if you're ever in the area. Definitely stop by Brooklyn Video Games, because it's much more than just video games. They actually service the old systems that you have and bring them back to life, and actually bring them back better than they was before. Am I correct? Okay, there she goes. She already does not understand how to turn it on and turn it off. But yeah, it works, which is really, really cool. We're definitely going to go ahead and give it a thorough review when we finally get home. But again, here at Brooklyn Video Games, they also service your old systems, which is really cool. We have our COLECOVISION that we finally has been brought to life, and we're going to go ahead and do a good review when we get back home. But if you're ever in the area, man, Brooklyn Video Games is it's much more than just video games itself. It's actually services, honest prices, good people. Definitely, if you're in the area, stop by and say hello. We'll be back. So we finally made it home, and now we got an opportunity right now to really test our COLECOVISION. Again, we've had this COLECOVISION for some time. My wife bought it for me last year for my birthday. Unfortunately, it did not come working properly. The games came out distorted, and I checked around and found out that my boys over at Brooklyn Video Games, which you guys just saw, that they modded it for me, which is one. They made it AV compatible, so now I don't have to worry about the RF ports. Can't stand the RF ports. And they fixed it up. They changed the caps, they're telling me. And yeah, I also got myself one of those special controllers for the COLECOVISION. So we're going to go ahead and give the system a closer look. All right, the COLECOVISION system, man. I've always wanted one. When this system actually was released back in 1982, you know, to have the console wars with the Intellivision and the Atari 2600. I have to admit, man, I've always salivated at the opportunity of playing this, and for the main reason is the graphics on how Donkey Kong looked at the home version on the COLECOVISION. The Atari 2600 version, we know that it was not as faithful as possible for the game, because Donkey Kong looked like actually poop. It looked like a piece of poop that was just throwing stuff at you. So, but here, Donkey Kong in the ads, it looked like the arcade, as close to the arcade as possible, which made me salivate, because I was a big Donkey Kong fan. But in 1982, this system came out. Pretty big system, as you can see. It's huge, heavy, sturdy. The controllers are something that I was never really a big fan of. You know, I don't know why we had all these numbers. They did have those inserts. Am I correct? The inserts, right? They had certain games had inserts, and they would come with the cartridges in the back. You would take the insert out, and then you would just slide it into the controller. And I guess certain buttons here would have certain functions for the different games. The good thing about this is that the controllers do detach, and it's compatible with Atari 2600 controllers, as well as Sega Genesis controllers. How cool is that? Come on, how freaking cool is that? So that was pretty cool. I was able to pick up another controller today. This one I got from our buddies over at Gotham City Games. Pretty awesome. I was able to, I'm going to go ahead and test it right now, but it definitely looks a little more comfortable, even though how odd it looks right now. A little more comfortable than that one, because I'm not really crazy about that one. But anyway, this is the system itself. This is where you would put the games in. The games look like Atari 2600 games, just little differences and stuff like that. They will slide right in, just like that. If you notice in the front, there's a port that opens and closes. This port, what it does is, and back in those days, imagine trying to do it now, Jay. Imagine trying to do this now, that you can get a PlayStation 4 game.
You will get sued.
People will be sued.
They sold a program that you could download into your Xbox One, so you could go ahead and play the PlayStation 4 games, or vice versa.
You will get sued.
Unheard of. Unheard of. But back then, believe it or not, they did it.
There will be lawsuits up the ass.
They did it, man. It was freaking crazy. But this contraption right here, which is the expansion pack that you would go ahead and connect into this area right here as such. You would click right in there. And guess what? I could put Atari 2600 games, turn it on, and I could be playing Atari 2600 games on the ColecoVision. Again, unheard of nowadays. Unheard of. That's crazy. Anyway, so then you slide it right back out. It's just as such. Very, very strong plastic. It's really, really nice. I like the design of it. It does take a lot more space. It's a lot more space than the Atari 2600, of course. Now, this is the special part about this. I had this modded because I'm not a big fan of the RF ports, but originally this system was intended for the RF port, which you had the wire that connected right here into the back of the television. You use the female axle, whatever that was, that little piece that I use right now, that screw, but you would connect that into that so you can connect it into your television in the back, or the VCRs, because nowadays not all of them have these. And then the power will connect right here into your jack and whatever, but I was able to have this modded. I'm a big fan of AV. Big fan. Most of the televisions that I have, we have the different connections and switch boxes that we could put multiple AV wires onto. So guess what? Now he has a home. But I had it modded from our buddy. I have to throw a shout out to him, Ben Fong. Ben Fong does is associated with my friends over at Brooklyn Video Games. He does a lot of modifications to the old systems. He does great work. He cleans out the systems, and Brooklyn Video Games, them also. I mean, it's just awesome. And here, he just did a wonderful job for me. So big shout out to my buddy Ben Fong, man. Big shout out. So what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and turn it on and just show you what the game looks like. So I'm gonna use this controller because I'm not a big fan of this one. As you can see, you have this little piece right here, which was the arcade stick. Then you have the two buttons on the side, and again we discussed with the numbers and all that type of stuff. So what I did was I got this one because I saw it a while back at my buddy's store over at Gotham City Games and picked it up today. So we're gonna go switch it on. The on button right here, if I didn't point that out before, and over here you have the reset button on this side right here. The ColecoVision, which is interesting, is that the games you put them in, they actually seem to be loading in. You notice that there's a little delay there when it starts. But here you have the buttons now right here. If you look at the screen real quick, and I'm not going to go do a complete review of the game, but it just shows you pretty much, I guess, one of the reasons why you had all these buttons right here. Press 1, skill 1, those type of things. So we're just going to do skill 1 right now. And look how beautiful this looks. Look at how beautiful this looks. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. That's just beautiful, man. That's just beautiful. Look at that. This is freaking awesome, man. Look at that.
It's awesome, man.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I mean, this game right here had me salivating back in the days because I was a big fan of. Okay, here, you're gonna come at me. You're gonna come at me. Okay, come on, let's get out of here. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Donkey Kong back in the days. I can't tell you the amount of quarters that I did spend playing this game. Big fan. Get up there. I just want to finish this real quick for you guys. Love this game. And you know what? Not for nothing, this controller is really not that bad. It's really not that bad. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just reset right now. That's pretty much what it is. I'm very happy to have the ColecoVision part of our collection right now. Again, had it for some time, but I had to get it modified and cleaned out. My buddies over at Brooklyn Video Games, big shout out to Brooklyn Video Games again. As you guys saw initially when I picked this up earlier today, you know, they modify these things, they clean the old systems, they sell modern systems. There's all different type of services that Brooklyn Video Games does for their clientele, and they're honest, man, honest prices. So all in all, ColecoVision, part of the collection, and fully I can play the wonderful Donkey Kong the way I wanted to play way back when. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, keep it retro.
It's still no technical.
And the arcade is the arena. You focus your mind and propel yourself into a universe where you're the master of your destiny for as long as you can keep the trip going. This is the arcade experience. We're ColecoVision. We bring the arcade experience home with games like Donkey Kong with multiple screens, arcade controls, and arcade graphics that let you have the arcade experience at home because your vision is our vision. ColecoVision.